Hi everyone, welcome to Science Tech Day. So today I'm going to take you through the components which are found on our circuit board. So this is our circuit board. So we have here different components. So I'm going to take you through these components, their names, to identify their names, and I will also tell you how they do work. But now on different types of capacitors, you will go and search on our previous videos. They are there. The importance of these capacitors also, and the different components here. You will go and search for different videos down there. You will get to you will see it and you study very well. So I'm just going to briefly teach you something small about these components here you are seeing here. So for example, here we have this is our capacitor. How do capacitors work? So capacitor do stores energy on its metallic part. So the power which is stored in this capacitor here is released out when there's a power interruption. But you have to know that this capacitor doesn't store energy for so long. So don't think that it's going to take so long. So it stores just some small amount of power or of electric charge, just only not to allow any interruption of power, and it doesn't also allow the blowing off of your components which are in your board. So that's the use of this capacitor. But remember, when you are replacing this capacitor here, you have to read the values. These are the values of the capacitor. You have to first of all you read the values of these capacitors, and then after that you get to know the capacitor of the capacitor. Then you replace it. And now you also know you have to also read to know the polarity of these capacitors, where there's negative and the positive. All that you have to know it. So you have to go to our previous videos. You will get to know all this because I've already talked about this. So I can't again talk about it much here. So this is what we call a diode. This is what we call a diode. So a diode has one side which is surrounded with a white strip, something which is white this end, then this side is black. So this is what we call a diode. So a diode, how do a diode work? A diode, you have to know that a diode can't be reverse biased. A diode only allows power to go in one direction. So how do this help in this board here? A diode helps power not to reverse. So for it, you can't connect power from this side going this side. You have to know that when you connect a diode, a power moves from negative then goes to the positive. So it can't allow again a reversed bias. So it only allows power or current to flow through one direction. It can't be reversed. So that's the use of a diode. We also have here what we call a resistor. This is our resistor here. A resistor have different colors, whereby we have others have different colors. There are lines which is surrounded in our resistors. So these lines, this is what we call the color bands. So I've talked already how to read these color bands on our previous videos. So you should go and look for it. So these color bands indicates the capacity of this resistor. You can calculate the capacity of this resistor and the range at which this resistor can work. So you can use these color bands to calculate the range at which these resistors can work. So in that you prevent yourself from blowing your board, because now when you replace a resistor which is of a lower capacity, and yet which was there had a higher capacity, that means you are going to blow each and everything in your circuit board. You will even end up blowing other components, so and you end up entering into other expenses. So this is our resistor. Resistor always, what does it do? A resistor limits the flow of electricity. So this is, you have to know about resistor. For more, you have to go to our previous video. We also have, this is our transformer. This is our big transformer here you are seeing here. I think most of you know what a transformer does. So a transformer here serves electricity or electric current in different components. It do multiply or it do multiply. So you have to know that. We also have these inductors. We also have here, this is our transistor, whereby we have the PNP transistors. We also have the NPN transistors, but now for that one, I'm going to teach you next time. So you have to know that this one here, this one also, the way how it was formed, it's almost like how a diode is. They carry out two diodes, whereby we have the PNP and we also have the NPN. So this one I'm going to teach you next time. So this is this transistor. Next time I'm going to teach you how it works and how it is formed and how they do operate. So I'll teach you more about that, whereby we have the collector, and we have the base. So I will teach you all that and how to test the transistors and how do they work. So I'm going to teach you that. We also have what we call a heat sink. This is our heat sink. This one mostly it prevents heat from here. This is our transistor is here. We also have here what we call jumpers. These small things here, these white things here, those are our jumpers on our board, on our circuit board. We have different components, but others here, they are inbuilt inside. So we also have here, this one here, this LED, this one falls under diodes. I told you the other time that I have already talked about the different types of diodes and so on. So that one, I think you should go back to our previous videos. Then you will get to know that this is an LED light. This is an LED light. So that one falls under a diode. We also have here different forms of capacitors. We have the dry capacitors. We also have the polarized capacitor and non-polarized capacitors, whereby the non-polarized capacitor, those are the ones which doesn't have the polarity. When I talk of the polarity for it, even if the term when you use the leg, even if you interchange it, it do work. For it doesn't have that this part is negative, then this side is positive. That's what, when I talk of non-polarized, that's positive and negative. Then also we have here what we call an IC.